Puerto Rico Highway 22C. Alright, we are talking Puerto Rico Highway 22. Why are we talking Puerto Rico? Well, next week we are going to be starting the March Madness tournament of state DOTs, and with Washington, D.C., we're up to 51 now, and we got to have an even number, so we're throwing in Puerto Rico. Sorry, Guam. Puerto Rico 22 also is part of unsigned Interstate Highway 2, and it is all freeway, and it is the busiest road in Puerto Rico. So that is why I've chosen this particular highway. Let's take a look at the route. It is not super long, but it travels the heavily populated north coast of Puerto Rico, going from San Juan to Hatillo. You're watching Control City Freak. This is the YouTube channel where we talk about highways and the places that they're signed to go to. If you dig this kind of content, why not give us a like? And if you really like it, why not subscribe? Yeah, subscribe. And we have got a Patreon going, and I mentioned that we're going to be doing the March Madness thing for the next couple of videos here. You're going to be able to vote on that. I'm not deciding the winners. You guys will be deciding the winners, and I'm going to be super fair and count every Patreon vote as 2 votes. And you can also get shout outs for your home state if you would be so inclined. You can also send an exit request or state shout out through the usual channel of doing a $5 super sticker on YouTube. Thanks so much for those who have on the previous videos, and thanks to all the Patreon subscribers. Let's start by looking at Puerto Rico Highway 22 Oeste. And yeah, I didn't look up much pronunciation on this video. I am trying to use my high school Spanish that I'm super not at all rusty on, as you'll see. Here we are in downtown San Juan or nearby, and this is the start of Puerto Rico Highway 22. It is also next to Highway 18. That's going to be starting too. We're on Highway 2, which is roughly parallel with 22 throughout its run. And we see 22 is going to be signed for Bayamon. Coming the other direction on Highway 2, we have this same interchange for 18 and 22, again for Bayamon, so far as 22 is concerned. As soon as we get onto 22, we are going to be going through a tunnel. And now we've got interchanges with lots of roads around here, Highway 1, Highway 2, but I believe the blue ones are kind of the main highways, the white ones are lesser highways. We are still going to be on 22 West for Bayamon and Guaynabo. And here we are meeting the white versions of 1 and 2, which I believe are the lesser roads, not the main Puerto Rico ones. And they are signed for San Juan, and we are going to be continuing straight on Highway 22. Here is Highway 1 Este for Hato and Hato. Here's where we're going to be splitting with 18. So 18 is a north-south road. We see Sur 18, that is south. And we are going to be on Oeste 22 for Bayamon, Guaynabo, and Mayagüez. And Mayagüez is way out on the west coast of Puerto Rico, quite far and quite beyond the end of 22. 22 is a toll road throughout its run, and this is where the toll used to be. And if we go back in Street View time a few years ago, here is what the toll booths looked like, but it is all going to be cashless tolling, just like in most toll roads in the US. We're still on a pretty major section with a 6-lane highway, and it looks like we've got a express lane thing going as well, and here is where we're going to get our exit for downtown Bayamon Central. And at random interchanges, 22 is signed for Dorado and Arecibo. Here's what our current toll apparati look like. We've got the cashless transponders here. Once we are beyond Bayamon, now we are getting Arecibo and Mayagüez as our control cities for Westbound 22. We're meeting what looks like a county road, Highway 2 for Vega Alta and Vega Baja, and we are on Oeste 22 for Vega Baja as well, along with Arecibo and Mayagüez. Once we cut down to a 4-lane road, this is what it looks like. It's a pretty nice looking road here, going through some jungle type of stuff, and here's our exit for Vega Baja. After the exit for Vega Baja, I had to go the other way on Street View because there was a truck in the way that I wanted to go. Hatillo, Aguadilla, and Mayagüez are our control cities at this point. Now at random interchanges, we are getting Lares and San Juan one way, and Aguadilla and Mayagüez the other way, the way we're going, the west way. Here's a nice view of Arecibo, I believe, and we've got an observation area coming up as well. And now we're meeting Highway 2. We are going to be ending at Highway 2. And like I said, this is Puerto Rico Interstate 2 as well. And Puerto Rico Interstate 2 would continue on this 2 to Mayaguez, but it's not signed and nobody talks about it, so it doesn't really matter. That's why we're just doing state highways here. So we see to Este, Arecibo, west, our dominant lanes that we would stay in are heading toward Hatillo, Aguadilla, and Mayaguez. All right, let's turn around and go the other direction. Let's go Este. Heading east on 2, we see our exit for 22, and 22 is signed for Lares, Utuado, and San Juan, and this is an exit only, and they are telling us you can only go if you have this particular toll transponder. So no pay by plates and certainly no cash. Heading west on 2, we see it is the same control cities for eastbound 22. At random interchanges, we are now signed for Bayamon and San Juan. Here we're meeting Highway 10. I think the blue must mean it's a freeway there. So Freeway 10, maybe Freeway 10 South. Utuado, which was one of our control cities coming off at 2. Now we're meeting that county road looking one again. This is Salida 33 or Salida 33. And that is Vega Alta, Vega Baja. Here we've got this really long bridge. Before we get into the San Juan area, we have this long overpass kind of over this jungle-ish area. Here is the entrance for our express lanes here. So we see Carril Expreso Entrada. So the entrance for the express lanes. Looks like the express lanes are closed at the time of this particular street view, so that means it would probably set up to go the other way. They are reversible express lanes. And now we're well into the San Juan area, so now we are getting 2 signed south and north. We've got a left exit and a right exit. And straight ahead, 22 is for Ponce, Carolina, and Rio Piedras, along with the San Juan Airport. Here's where we're meeting 18 once again, and we're almost at the end because this is exit 2A. So North 22, San Juan, Hato Rey, and Carolina, and 18 South for Rio Piedras, Coupe, and Caguas. We meet Highway 1, which I believe also is, at least part of it, is going to be unsigned Puerto Rico Interstate 1, which is not entirely freeway. It is signed for Hato Rey and Santurce. Yeah, sorry, I should have looked up that one. And here we are heading into San Juan. This is near the end of this road, and we are meeting Highway 35. And here we are in San Juan. San Juan's really the only actual city that 22 enters. The rest of the time, it's always on the outskirts of cities. And we are going back through the tunnel, and we are going to be ending at Highway 26. So 26 east is for Carolina, the airport, and Isla Verde, and west for San Juan and downtown San Juan. Exit only in the far left lane to head toward westbound 26 to downtown San Juan. Although the government district is going to be an exit that comes out of the tunnel itself. And here we see that exit in the tunnel to go to the government district. We end with a trumpet interchange, and we are going to be getting on to westbound 26, heading for downtown San Juan. So here's what it looks like on 26 freeway, and that will go toward downtown, so we take that a little ways. And here is downtown San Juan. It's kind of on a peninsula above the rest of the city, the old downtown right over there. That will complete our run on Puerto Rico's Highway 22. So let's take a look at Todd's the way it should be for this highway. I'm going to say westbound for Highway 22 in Puerto Rico should be Bayamon. It's a large city. I guess by area, it's the largest city in Puerto Rico. And then Arecibo, and then Mayaguez, because that is the major force on the west coast, even though we don't actually get there. Eastbound, I'm going to say San Juan the whole way, just because San Juan is so much the dominant city of Puerto Rico, so it does make sense to sign it throughout. All right, thank you so much for watching this episode of Control City Freak. We will be back next week where I'm going to break down how we are going to run our March Madness State DOT tournament. So I'm excited for that. I've been planning that for a long time. It should be really cool. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you so much to the Patreons and all the subscribers. And up until then, when I see you then, my name is Todd, and keep on trucking.